What's going on, guys? It's the Wolf, the Man in Black, the International Man of Mysteries. Are you guys ready to find some remedy? I know you said yes. Let's get into it. As always, guys, thank you for supporting. We are almost at 86,000 subscribers. Ooh, jazzy, baby. Yeah, that right there is far, straight far. Um, by the end of the year, I think we should reach our 90, 80, probably 89,000. We should probably get, I'll say 88, 87 comfortably. No? Think 88, 89? All right. By December, we should be right around 88 to 89,000, low 89,000 subscribers. Now, what's interesting is that more gentlemen have jumped on board, but that bothers me because the female audience has gone down. I don't know what that's about, but I know a ton of the ladies doing consults with me are, well, ladies, and so why are you guys not subscribing? Thank you to the ladies out there who have subscribed, and to special shout out to the group known as the Jump Out Girls. Y'all some wild, wild ladies over there. Appreciate you guys. And thank you to all the groups that have formed out there that watch me and have learned from me and are making it happen. I mean, do you guys really understand that, like, no, excuse me, overstand that, like, we are changing the future of America? Like, right now, we're doing it. This, all of this. And whether law enforcement or government, three letter agencies, court, whatever, whether they don't like it or not, it's not for them to decide. It's not for them to like. The bell has been rung. That which has been heard cannot be unheard. I could fold this all up right now and it's not going to stop. The ripples on the pond can't be pushed back into the center. So thank you to each and every one of you guys out there who are operating as true Americans and patriots to this country, because whatever we want the future to be, we the people have the power to make it so. Make it so, number one. With that being said, guys, don't forget to check out blacksite32.com, jamesclovett.com. And in case this video goes somewhere else off of YouTube, I am on YouTube under the Badwolf or Badwolf Unincorporated. And if you guys have time and you care to support me in my other ventures, support me on my other two YouTube channels, the Badwolf Unincorporated, or actually, no, I think let me say this correctly. Bad Wolf Media Channel and Bad Wolf Unlimited. Okay. So those two channels. Anything else ain't me. So be careful if anybody else out there pretending to be me, trying to get your money and whatever else. Okay. Because I'm not responsible for that. Everything here is education, entertainment, and satire only. Let's get into it. So this particular video is about post-conviction relief and remedies. Let's take a look. What does that really mean? What does it all mean, Basil? Oh, I'm glad you asked. It means if you've been crapped on by some crappy judge or magistrate, you got dunked on by the DA, whatever it might be, there's still remedy and relief to be had after you've been convicted. Let's take a look at some of those options, shall we? Once again, more stuff they don't want you to know. So I'm glad you guys came. That's what she said. Let's get going.
Great question. You're asking about the entire field of post-conviction relief, PCR, remedies, meaning all legal tools available after trial and conviction to challenge, overturn, modify, or mitigate the judgment. I'll give you a comprehensive list, from the most common to the rarely used or obscure, and distinguish between constitutional, statutory, common law, and equitable remedies. Appeal to higher court based on errors at trial, constitutional, evidentiary, or procedural.
Sorry about the delay. Sorry. Please, like to pause every once in a while, take a little smoke break.
Limited to the record of trial. Filed in the trial court shortly after conviction, time limits apply.
Come on with the come on. See, can't even do my dishes.
Grounds: newly discovered evidence, jury misconduct, prosecutorial misconduct, ineffective assistance of counsel.
So when they say ineffective assistance of counsel, was your public defender, were they trash? Prosecutorial misconduct. Did the prosecutor do something they weren't supposed to do? Did the jury do something they weren't supposed to do in a jury misconduct? Is there new evidence that wasn't available then?
Legal error. Often under state post-conviction relief statutes or 28 U.S.C. section
Now this
2255.
now this one is called a motion to vacate. This is a huge one.
2255, federal prisoners. Argues constitutional violations, due process, ineffective assistance, unlawful sentence. 28 U.S.C. section 2254,
This is
state
habeas
prisoners
corpus.
challenging state convictions in federal court. 28 U.S.C. section 2241, federal jurisdiction for custody challenges. Grounds: unlawful detention, lack of jurisdiction, constitutional violations. Ancient writ, still the most powerful post-conviction remedy.
So this is an ancient writ, but it still works, still there. Now, why do they call it ancient? Because basically it's really old, and I think it was common law based, brought into the system, so it's fair under constitutional law. They don't like it, but it's superior. And I hate when they say, "Oh, common law," and that's all ancient law. Well, yeah, especially when you guys are taking away all the goodies or trying to hide and take away the goodies, our actual constitutional rights and things of that nature. You want to bring forth your very limited options and not tell us about these powerful uh Exodia Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's because they're trying to streamline their trash and railroad us in their kangaroo courts.
Remedy. Rare, extraordinary writ.
This is a quorum nobis, a writ of error.
Writ. Available if defendant is no longer in custody but suffers ongoing consequences of conviction.
So if you've been convicted of something, but you're still like it's hard to get a job, you can't do these things, you've paid your debt to society or whatever those circumstances may be along these lines, even though this is rare and extraordinarily old, but it's extraordinary in itself, it still applies.
Conviction. Grounds, fundamental errors of fact unknown at trial, e.g., wrongful identity, prosecutorial fraud. Similar to coram nobis, but issued by appellate court instead of trial court.
Coram vobis.
Extremely rare today. Obsolete common law writ but still
Acquita or audita querela.
still theoretically available in federal practice, Rule 60b, context. Used when new defense or
So it says obsolete common law because they don't use common law. They use statutory law. But the federal level has to still entertain this. So even though it's obsolete technically under common law, because we don't really have common law courts anymore, it's still available. So don't let them throw you off by, oh, well, that's, nobody's going to use that stuff. Like, come on. Come on, pal.
or legal development arises after judgment that makes enforcement unjust. Example, retroactive
You almost always want to force them to say that it can't be done. And if you can't, well, then tell them, okay, well, then put it in writing. You tell me to my face on this recorder that it cannot be done. I cannot do this. Or you or your legal department put it in writing. See, if they won't do that, it's called pillow talk, baby. Yeah. Things you say to get the booty. They want you to give up in your mind and not try. But if they won't go on the record, if they won't let you record them, they won't sign off on it, they won't take it to the legal department, they give you an official letter. That's the game, baby. That's the game. Yeah, man. That's my bag. They're playing with you. They're pencil whipping you. They're talking you out of your game. They're talking you out of your draws, talking you out of your panties. Some of y'all out there, I mean, I don't date guys, so I gotta throw this one towards the ladies. Some of y'all let guys talk you up out of your panties, and he's all, I'm gonna take you like these guys at the strip club. And I don't know why you girls fall for this almost every time or a lot more than you should. Oh, I'm going to take you on trips. I got all this money. Like they're talking you out of your game. Next thing you know, you're pulling your panties up, and he's like, "Thanks for playing." He talked you out of them. You didn't even go on a trip. You left your man or cheated on your man, or some of you, vice versa for guys or whatever. Usually it's guy on guy businesses that guys get talked out of their stuff. Usually guys don't get talked out of things from ladies. Ladies usually get talked out of things. All because somebody was used some words. That's all it takes to get you. That's it. You just opened up the whole candy shop, huh? Just on some words. You got talked out of it. You didn't even get in. Like I've told some strippers that I know, like guys will say all that just to see how you move. If you fall for it, well, they're going to consider you dumb, use you up, and you'll never even go on one trip. Or he'll use you up, and then the moment you don't become convenient, he'll ditch you. Facts. Some of y'all need to have better discernment and find good guys. Bring down that feral, what do you call it? Excitable feral gene. Calling normal guys boring because you want the exciting guy. Well, the exciting guy ain't trying to ever settle down. And if you think you're going to ride the exciting guy and then find a nice guy, the nice guys ain't going to have it. But I digress. Let's get back to it.
change in law that invalidates prior conviction. Orders lower court or government official.
Now, this is another good one. This is a writ of mandamus.
Official to act, mandamus, or refrain from acting, prohibition.
A lot of times, what people will do is use this one to force police to stay away from you or things of such nature.
Prohibition. Not direct relief from conviction, but can block unlawful enforcement or improper proceedings. Rule 35, Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure.
So this is a motion for sentence modification or reduction. So even though you already had those things, you can ask for a reduction or a modification.
State equivalents exist.
So
Grounds: cooperation with prosecution, sentence based on invalid law, excessive punishment.
you can use these grounds. So even though you've been convicted of something that, you can still motion, hey, this thing's a little excessive, or can we just modify or reduce this?
Punishment. Pardon. Forgiveness of crime, restores rights.
So executive clemency, you can ask to be pardoned.
Commutation, reduces sentence.
Commute the sentence. I want it reduced.
Sentence. Reprieve, delays punishment, often in death penalty cases. Purely discretionary, executive power, president or governor. Statutory remedies to erase or seal conviction from public record.
That's an expungement or sealing of records. Any of y'all can do that. Apply for that. Can't get a job. People are using it against you. Y'all got to get these remedies.
Record. Limited availability, not technically overturning conviction, but provides relief from collateral consequences. Available in some jurisdictions after exoneration or DNA evidence.
So that's a certificate of actual innocence. You were not found guilty. And for those of you guys out there who were charged with things but never found guilty, you can have that information removed from their file, including your fingerprints, picture, and all other stuff.
Evidence. Formally declares conviction was wrongful. Statutory in many states. May lead to exoneration based on new scientific evidence. Not direct.
Civil rights lawsuit, 42 U.S.C. 1983. All right. Which usually is like a 1983, 241, 242, deprivation of rights. There's also deprivation of rights under color of law. Color of law means that the police officers were acting as if they were actual law, and they're not. They're legal enforcement officers, not like sheriffs or marshals, not operating constitutionally, statutorily. That's what police officers are. They're statute enforcers. Police means policy enforcers. That's why sheriffs and marshals are not police. Pole ice, policy. That's where that comes from. And actually, if you want to know, the first police here were based on searching and recapturing or capturing slaves because they were considered property and property of the corporation or corporations.
Direct relief from conviction, but collateral relief when constitutional violations by government actors are proven. Often paired with habeas or coram nobis. Balance scale rare or obscure post-conviction remedies. These are mostly historical or extraordinary, but still occasionally argued. Quo warranto, challenges authority/jurisdiction of the court or prosecutor. Writ of certiorari, common law form, not SCOTUS review, rare review writ. Motion for arrest of judgment, argues court lacked jurisdiction or indictment was fatally defective. Equitable bill in chancery/independent.
So I'm still learning about the power of equity. I got a book on it, but the equitable equity is, though we don't have very many equity courts in the United States, I think there's only like two or three left. Uh, I do believe in federal court, though, don't quote me, that you can still force equity, okay, which means essentially on land, de jure, and remedy generally by actions. But yeah, there's a lot of power there. I have not studied that yet. Trying to get there.
Independent action in equity, rare federal procedural relic for relief from fraud on the court. Treaty-based or international human rights relief, sometimes invoked for wrongful convictions, especially in capital cases. White heavy checkmark summary. Post-conviction relief ranges from mainstream, appeals, habeas, new trial, to rare, ancient writs, coram nobis, audita correla, quo warranto. Direct path, appeal habeas/section 2255 clemency. Rare path, coram nobis, audita correla, arrest of judgment, international remedies.
Okay. So, can one submit multiple remedies at the same time?
Yes, multiple remedies can be pursued, but timing, jurisdiction, and procedural rules control how and when they can be submitted. Let's break it down carefully. A defendant can file or pursue multiple remedies, but courts restrict duplication and simultaneous filings to prevent abuse of process. Remedies must be procedurally proper, in the right court, at the right stage, with the right grounds. Balance scale examples of parallel remedies. Direct appeal plus motion for new trial. A motion for new trial can be filed in trial court while a direct appeal is pending in appellate court. If new evidence surfaces, it's common to do both. Habeas corpus plus clemency petition. Habeas corpus challenges the legality of detention. Clemency petition, to governor or president, is executive relief. These can run at the same time because they're different branches of government. Expungement petition plus habeas. A habeas case might be working on overturning conviction, while expungement petition seeks record relief under statute. No double habeas. Courts prohibit multiple habeas petitions on the same grounds, successive petitions under AEDPA in federal law.
So these are all the restrictions. So essentially, no filing double. Jurisdictional bar, once appeal is filed, trial loses jurisdiction on most matters except motions specifically allowed. And collateral estoppel, once an issue has been fully adjudicated, it cannot be relitigated in a different remedy unless new facts apply. So you're going to have to pay attention to sequential filing, concurrent filing. Some can run together if they are in different forums. Layered filing. Okay. That's it, guys. That is it. That is it. It's time to split. And if you're not happy, find a way to be happy. But I don't like to use the word happy because happy, it comes from the word happenings, and that just means by coincidence or by accident. And happenings does not mean necessarily good or bad. It just means things are going to happen. So wish to be blessed. Find your blessings. Keep your mind right. Keep it positive. Wish for positive, beneficial blessings to you and yours. And that's what I wish you guys. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, subscribe. To all the people who watch my videos, And to the newcomers and some other people out there, if you watch my videos, throw a shout out. Throw a shout out on your channel, send some people my way. If I hear about you guys, I'll thank you guys in my videos. So, yeah, thanks much for supporting. I'll talk to you guys later. Go get your remedies, your freedoms, your liberty, your rights, and a better life. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good